All right, guys. So good morning. Well, we're here at Elite Strength. It is Wednesday, January 28th. So we're just about done with the month of January. We're It's been 17 days now, so 2.5 weeks. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. But I guess let's just go over here what we have for today's program. Okay, so it's just gonna be pause bench with an emphasis on the IPF technique, which is essentially gonna be as little hip drive as possible, right? So essentially, like no hip drive. So a few of the referees or officials cleared it up, right? So you can sink. You just can't have like your glutes like flex and like drive like aggressively, essentially. So I know that's gonna affect a lot of people in a bad way. I don't think it's gonna affect me too bad. Um, I haven't really felt like it's like completely taking away my bench because it's kind of hard to tell, right? Because I've been nursing my shoulder and pushing my bench like very carefully. So it's kind of hard to tell if it's due to the reduction in leg drive or if it's just kind of where my bench is at due to how I've been like babying it and how training has been going. So it's kind of like hard to tell, but I'm not tripping, you know. And then incline bench press, 3 sets of 10, so probably maybe do like 275. Um, Maybe even 315. Pec wise, neutral grip pull down. I might save those for Friday. And then we have skull crushers slash tricep extensions with face pulls. So pretty easy day today. But the philosophical question that I wanted to pose today for today's intro slash theme is, do you want to be good or do you want to be great, right? And I kind of got this inspiration from a Derrick Rose video on TikTok that I saw last night, right? And the question is plain and it is simple, but it's very impactful. Do you want to be great or do you want to be good, right? What does that look like for you? What does it look like for you as an individual, as a person watching this video, to differentiate yourself from being good to being great? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Because when you ask yourself that question, I'm pretty sure a few things come to mind, right? And the thing is, some of these points are so cliche because they've been regurgitated over and over like multiple times, right? Like the path to success has been done by multiple people and enough people, I feel, to where there's people you can relate to and kind of use that blueprint that they use. Um, so it's not a matter of how you're going to achieve this greatness. It's a matter of, do you really want to be great? Because so many people are just content with being good. And that's the truth, you know? Like so many people, they don't want to be great. They don't want to get to a point to where they have to legitimately sacrifice the things they like to just squeeze out another percent improvement. They don't. So that's where I think there's such a wide disparity between great and good because like you can't lead a horse to water, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like, once you reach a level of greatness in a consistent manner, or a level of great consistency, the question then goes into, do you want to be great or can you be the best? But that's a question for a different day, right? Because once you start going into like the best category, um, like that's like ranked lobbies. That's like essentially unemployed levels of COD. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're dealing with the mofos who have like extreme talent with adequate work ethic or solid talent and crazy work ethic. But the thing is, they have such a good combination of intangibles and tangible aspects that it's just like they are in that door with the foot. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's enough yapping. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready. I already have the bench height set to 12, so I just need to take off my jacket, then get all my equipment, drink my energy drink, and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I want to give great effort today. That's my mission. Great effort. I was too far back on that one. I was too far back. I was too far back. Like I was too far back on the bench. I felt like I was gonna hit the rack every rep. All right, last set is gonna be 205 kg, 452 pounds. All right, about to do a little bit of incline. Got 2 plates on the bar. I'll probably go 2 plates, throw 25, and then we'll finish off with 315. I hate when the wrist wraps unravel like that. Scarbaggio. I'll take a little power up. Carlos dropped it, guys. Come on. Good. Come on. There we go. Last set, best set, baby. All right, guys, so that's pretty much gonna be it for today's video. Pretty heavy, the heaviest I've benched in like 3 weeks almost. I was overly aggressive to the point to where I couldn't finish my bench volume. I had 3x6. I did one set of 6, one set of 5, one set of 4. But I think that's going to pay dividends for Friday because my body is going to be more primed to just bench within that weight range. So yeah, I'm not happy about it, but it was definitely, I think, the smarter decision. Just because I think I could have grinded out 6 reps on every set, but I don't want to get to a point to where I'm having to grind like every single session, right? I'm pushing my body within the confines of what I'm comfortable with to the point of like slightly uncomfortable, right? But I mean, not a bad day. You know, it did take me a little bit to get started. I had to use the restroom, and then something that I struggle with is just like being a little lethargic at the beginning of a workout, and then even more so, you know, with just how I've been feeling lately due to my mama. But you know, it's the hardest thing in my experience is always getting started, and then it's just, you know, snowballs past that, you know. So you kind of have to hold yourself accountable and, you know, hold yourself to the grindstone, you know, like get yourself through it, you know. Find the strength within. Find an anchor. Find a set of demands that are non-negotiable, you know, and you're going to be fine. If you have non-negotiables and you're disciplined enough to not negotiate with yourself, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. So that's honestly probably one of the best nuggets of advice that I can give anybody is find an anchor, give yourself a set of non-negotiables, and stick to them no matter what. No matter how much sleep you get, no matter how much food you don't eat, get your non-negotiables done. And then everything else that's extra is just a cherry on top. So, see you guys tomorrow for deadlifts.